Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm back. I've had a nice breakaway and I will be making some gin now. Well, not making the gin itself, but I'll be doing some strawberries and rhubarb infused gin. So before I do that, I'd like to discuss the comment that Sergeant Fury Toes had made. The day I read it was on my birthday and I was out for a meal. So after a few Italian lagers and some bubbly, I was on the way home and I read this comment. Well, you can imagine I was absolutely furious with it. I mean, fancy calling anybody's food, whether you liked it or not. Excuse my language, but he called it shit, and it looked as if someone I had picked up dog shit and put it on the plate. You do not say that to anyone, whether you like it or not. And the presentation was fine. Nothing wrong with the presentation at all. But my comment as well, I do apologise for that, because I was angry with the comments that he had made, and so I made a comment on that straight away. But when I got home, I thought about it and then I deleted my comment. But I left Sergeant Fury Toes' comment on there just so that other people can see on what he had done. It was wrong. It was not right of him to do that. He had no right to do that. And as for the beef stroganoff itself, the reason I had done it, and I had made a comment on Dennis's video that I would be making one soon, and I think I said within the next 2 weeks, and I'll show him how I make mine. But it didn't happen to be 2 weeks because I forgot that I'd be going away, so I made it after about 4 or 5 days after. And what I used was fillet steak. I went to get, you can use fillet steak in it, and I'll show you the menus, well, not menus, the recipes. I'll show you a couple of recipes now that you can use. Right, the recipes on there say fillet steak, and you can also use T-bone steak. Well, I went to get T-bone steak and they were about £8.50 per steak, and I needed 4 of these, so that would have been £34. Well, it was only £36 for a fillet, you know, a whole slab of fillet. So I spoke to the butcher. I know the butcher, and he let me have 2, and he let me have 2 for £50, which is a bargain. So what I showed was 2 fillets, not 1. So I made it with fillet, and that's the way I like to make it, either with T-bone or fillet. That's the way the recipes are. Please look at the recipes and then make a comment on whether you like it or not. But the reason why I done it is because I was showing Dennis my way of doing it, which I quite often use fillet because it is cheaper when you buy it in a big slab like that, especially with the steaks being the price they are. Anyway, I've apologised profusely. I should not have made the comments I made, but I was really angry at what he had done. So I'm forgetting about that now. Time to move on. I just don't want to see any more like that. Anyway, right, it's been a couple of days now, well, 3 days, and strawberries have infused well with the gin, and so is the rhubarb. But just going on now about the situation that's been happening, and I'll just post a screenshot of me telling Dennis that I will be making a beef stroganoff soon. So here it is. Right, here goes with this. It's infused with the gin, so I'm now going to strain it with a cloth. It smells wonderful. If you could only bottle the smell, eh? Or film the smell. My hands are clean. I've also sterilised everything by here. Right, there's that. So I'm gonna just put these now in the pan there. Right, this next part I'll have to be careful because I can't find my funnel. I think it's up in the attic with the brewing gear. So I'm just going to bottle it in my liqueur bottles. Even though it's not a liqueur as such because I haven't added any sugar to it. It's just infused gin. Three should be enough. Three and a bit. That bit would be going this evening now. Well, I pour myself a gin. Right. And here is my strawberry and rhubarb infused gin. I'll definitely be having some of that now later on this evening. My next part now would be to make the jam. So thank you again for watching. I hope I've cleared up some issues, and I hope to see you again. Thank you. Bye bye.